All right, Nation, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hey, we got to talk about this, and I hope all is well. Well with two wells. I hope that you guys got everything going in the right directions. We're going to talk and touch on this defense again. Look, I'm going to talk defense till I'm blue in the face, if that's even possible. If you guys get what I'm saying. Nevertheless, when we start to look at this team, I do know that Peter King came out and said, hey, the Cowboys might have made the wrong choice and the wrong decision of passing up on a defensive guy with the 17th overall pick. And remember, I'm beating on the table all day for defense. Remember that? Remember I was sitting there saying, hey, we need to go with defense. We need to go with defense. We need to go with defense. Forget 40 burgers. Forget all of that stuff. But when we start to look at it and we saw the opportunity on the table with a CeeDee Lamb, my goodness, you can't pass up on that. You flat out cannot pass up on that. And if you're thinking about a Chase on, if you're thinking about whoever he thought that we should have made a move on, let me tell you something. I don't think that Chase on, like I said in my live stream, will be able to beat out a Randy Gregory or be able to beat out a Alden Smith, you see. I just don't see that. Nevertheless, I'm not always right? You guys are made for that. I'm wrong. I'm wrong most of the time. Nevertheless, but when you turn on the film and when you can look at what CD can bring to the table, yes. Amari Cooper is nice with it. Michael Gallup is super nice with it, especially at the top of his route. Very physical in a sense. Amari Cooper can cut you up coming out of his breaks. And now you want to add in some spice to that, and you add in a CeeDee Lamb, or Cedarian is what other people are calling him. And like I said, I want more weapons at you that will help prolong this defense, because think about it in these likes. If we can continue to move the ball, guess what? That help out the defense. We running the rock, then all of a sudden we line Ezekiel Elliott up and motion him out on the outside as a route runner, and he can be kicked inside as well. And we can give you guys more 20 personnel as well. This offense will not be straddled down, choked out with Jason Witten as the tight end or Jason Garrett in this particular building. So I want people to do this. Do me a huge favor. Whatever we thought about this team for the last 13 years, yes, I'm adding the other years that Jason Garrett was here as the offensive coordinator. No matter how you look at it, if you go back and look at all of the years, I want you guys to just remove that out of your mental complex. Just take it out. Take it out. Take it clean out. And look at this team as a new beginning, a new flavor, a new feel, and all of those other things. Because when we start to think about it, scratch our heads, rub our chin, pull our hairs out of our faces, however you want to look at it, we'll say, man, this team is different. Now, let me say it from these factors. And I hate to just continue to pull this up, but didn't you guys realize and understand this right here? I hope you guys can understand this. That we got Trayvon Diggs in the second, whereas a lot of teams had him ranked in the first round. There was some draft boards, what have you, had us picking Trayvon Diggs with the 17th overall pick. And to me, just to me, he's more of a dog than an A.J. Terrell, who was drafted right before CeeDee with the Atlanta Falcons. I know that people want to do clickbaits and sell a lot of other things. And shout out to him, Peter King, because he might be right. But when you start to look at everything and you say to yourself, it takes 3 to maybe 4 years for a defensive edge guy to get his affairs together, to get everything in order. You know, it's just too long. I think that we are now clicking over here where it says win now. And I think that Mike McCarthy and his entire camp and all of the guys that he brought along with him know that he don't have forever in the day. Knowing that he don't have the Jason Garrett treatment, whereas he's going to get time after time after time. He knows that he's on a short rope. So what he's going to do is saying to himself, let me get this team right, and we don't have to worry about the offense. Let me fill in these gaps. Let me fill in these holes. Look, even with the center situation with Tyler Bayadish, or you guys can call him Lil Boosie, badass. When you start to look at even that, that's growth, because now you got a person that can slide right on in, maybe after this year is over with. Maybe after Joe Looney, he's been in the league for 9 years. Joe Looney been on the league for a minute now. So when you add all of those things, that is experience. He played under center before with Dak Prescott or what have you. So we got to look at all of those things. And no, I'm not finna talk Dak Prescott, but I will touch on this right quick. Be careful what you wish for. I digress. Moving back over to the defensive side of the ball. I just think that when we start to look at the defense and what we did in this particular draft, do not sleep on Bradley and Nye. Oh, Lord, why you high on him? Remember you was high on such and such player. Boy, I could never let that go when you was high on this guy, you know. Why are you so high on this guy, Bradley and Nye? Because when I turn on the tape and when we look at the film, this kid plays with an endless motor, bend and get around to the edge. And day one, we're not expecting him to be the end all be all. We're not expecting him to be that. We're looking at this thing and saying, okay, we slowly groom him in. We slowly bring him in. And all that we did is got some dogs out there for him as it relates to coaching. Oh, Lord, come on, man. What are you saying? Everything that you guys like about the Bar kid over there at Minnesota land, the Kendricks kid, y'all can help me out with their first name. Everything, I think it's Anthony Barr, by the way. Everything that you guys love about those boys, we now got their coach coaching our guys. Let me repeat. We now got their coach coaching our guys. Oh, Edwards. I'm telling you, he's a phenom as it relates to coaching up these linebackers. Oh, we just didn't stop there. We went and improved the front four. One can say, well, front three, but front four, we improved. And yes, this will be a hybrid style of defense. So for those who thinking that, okay, all we're going to do is two-gap this thing out. No. It's not going to be a two-gap situation. Although when you look up Neville, when you look up Gallimore's comp or what have you, you can find a whole bunch of other things. But when you look up his skill set and you look at his tape, he can play in both systems. Two-gap that thing, and he can just shoot the gap. Quick, burst. That front four is nasty. His front four is going to be nasty. And if Tristan Hill can figure things out, then that would just be a cherry on the top. But guess what? Newsflash. It's not up to him. Although it is up to him. But the flavor is on Gallimore. That's what the flavor, I'm just telling you where the flavor is at. So I'm thinking that with this coaching staff, they already see and they already know about the Tristan Hill versus the Gallimore. But what I just want to tell people this right quick. D-Law is going to be better. We now have systems and schemes. We no longer going to sit back and say, okay, we just only going to rush four and expect our four to get home. No, that's not our philosophy. Now it's scheme. Now it's the best 11 out there. Now you may see a combination set where you see a Joe Thomas out there and an LVE if he is really healthy. Let me knock on some wood right here, because you know how that goes with the back and the neck and the neck and the back with the hip and the shoulder and everything else. You know how that thing go, right? You guys know how they go. And the swipester, you know. Jalen Smith. That linebacker core, by us alone, just throwing out some philosophies of blitzing off the edge, maybe dropping one of your defensive edge guy back in coverage, and you sending your linebacker underneath to sniff out the quarterback, squeeze him out to the edge, or force him right inside the pocket. Just by scheme alone, just by scheme, you say, straight scheming. Y'all know the rest of the song. But you know what I'm saying? We're going to be scheming on this thing. We're going to get to the quarterback. We're going to force that pressure. And on top of that, from what I can see from these, Mike Nolan, Tom Sula, the way he had those Bama boys just almost getting home, doing a lot of things, I think that he can work out with these guys. I'm talking about Tom Sula. Team is different. I love the defense on the back end, but I do love the pickup with Sederi and CeeDee Lamb. I love it all. And I know that this is the situation where we can't wait to see it happen. Training camp is right around the corner. Yes, this June, this is the dry spell. Crazy month, by the way, because now everybody pretty much relaxing, nothing mandatory. But when next month open up, I think that the way everything is heading, it looks like everything should be back to normal. The normalcy of everything. We're just thinking optimistic, man. We're just trying to keep those positive thoughts. Just like when I say Ray's boom boom room. Don't be like the other guy that spoils it for everybody. Claude, don't be like Claude. Hey, yard boy, this murder should need some attention over there. You know, don't be like that guy. All right, Cowboy Nation. That's all the time that I have. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share this content. Let that friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and beyond. Don't forget, I have to say this again. I love defense. Everybody know that I love it. I keep talking about it until I'm blue in the face, even if that is possible. But I really do think that CeeDee Lamb is just next level. And we just couldn't pass it up. And like I said on my live earlier, when you think about it and you contextualize it, it's not just about the defense with this team that I'm in love with. I'm in love with the fact that we got some special team situation that may change out everything. Think about this. Think about this. We had the worst field positioning than any other group or any other NFL team in the National Football League. This bone fossil, right? Bone fossil. This bone fossil will not let us be in the bottom half again. He's aggressive by nature. He loves to find those key players that can contribute and maybe get us better field positions. Oh, Lord, but it's all about Dak. He can't do this, he can't do that. 2 tiers in the bucket. Our first round draft pick in 2016 wears number 2-1 on his jersey, right? Ezekiel Elliott. Just close your eyes and imagine you got a fresher Ezekiel Elliott. You don't have to go 80 yards for crying out loud. If we can just get this thing a little bit closer, and if we don't fall in love with the kicker, this team can be dynamic, drastically different. Give us a shorter field. Give us a wiser coach. A wiser coach as it relates to the money zone, red zone, green zone, better planning, better operation, better prep. All of that stuff is just going to be better. More intelligent, intellectually playing the game instead of just playing on chances, and not using any analytics to the situation. All of those things plays a major role. And I'm telling you, baby, right now, is that we're heading into that direction. It will happen. And give this team a shorter field that minimizes your mistakes, that minimizes so many things, and it helps out your offense. And did I tell you about the weapons? Oh, I did. Amari Cooper, Blake Jarwin's on the field. Nobody's to strangle him out, choke him out, or what have you. And then, like I said, the CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup, Tony Pollard. Maybe we see more 20 personnel, 21 personnel, 11 personnel, however you want to call it, instead of that 12. I'm telling you guys. Then You can bring in the bulldozer too to help out at your maze Olawale. You guys know how this thing go. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Let's go.